welcome and ting and ting and ting. And someone suggested that I watch this and learn a little bit about Constanta, Romania. I like that name, Constanta. That sounds kind of cool and thing, you know what I mean? And this one is called 10 Best Places to Visit in Constanta, Romania. And never heard of this place before, but I'm intrigued to figure it out. And hey, guys, comment down below. Tell me about other places in Romania that I could check out. You understand what I mean? Besides the big cities and all of that, you know what I mean? Because I man is interested in the rural areas and stuff like that, or small towns. Because I live in a small town here myself. It ain't as exotic as this one, but let's go ahead and YouTube and simmer and see what Constanta is all about.
Constanta, historically known as Tomis, is the largest port on the Black Sea coast and a popular destination for summer holidays. Pleasant temperatures combined with the refreshing breeze of the sea draw vacation goers and tourists from all over the world. While visiting this historical coastal town, you will most likely fall in love with its sandy beaches, archaeological treasures, and alluring museums. In terms of entertainment, Constanta boasts a live party scene with nightclubs, bars, and open-air parties. The atmosphere of the old town center is almost intoxicating, and the proximity to popular beach resorts such as Mahmudiye adds to its overall appeal. When visiting Constanta for the first time, you will discover there are plenty of things to do and see. Keep in mind that we are talking about an ancient town, which is worth exploring solely for its ancient ruins. Who wouldn't want to visit a town that offers the perfect blend between the old and the new? With these in mind, let's move on and check out the 10 best places to visit in Constanta, Romania.
Let's check it out.
1. The Constanta Casino. Located in a prime spot on the seafront, the Constanta Casino was designed by architects Daniel Renard and Peter Antonescu. The building has been abandoned for some time, but the authorities are making an effort to rehabilitate it. From outside, one can observe the Art Nouveau style of the building, taking delight in the sumptuous architecture. Around the casino, there is a pedestrian area, which offers a splendid view of the sea.
Wow.
You can take a walk and enjoy the air dance of the seagulls, almost tasting the saltiness of the air. Even though still not rehabilitated, this building remains one of the main attractions in the city.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've heard of the Black Sea. I've heard a lot about the Black Sea, and it's always a place that I've been interested to go check out. Because being from the island and stuff, you know what I mean? We have turquoise waters and stuff. I was wondering what are the waters at the Black Sea look like? Is it a dark color? Is that why they call it the Black Sea? Why did they call it the Black Sea? That's what I want to know. Comment down below if you're a history buff on Romanian things like that. Why did they call it the Black Sea? Is what I would like to know. From what I see, it's a very beautiful place. Let's keep going here.
2. The Great Mahmudiye Mosque. Built in 1910 by King Carol I, the mosque delivers one of the most impressive sights Constanta has to offer. As a result, it is also known as the Carol I Mosque. Either Turks or Tatar by origin come to worship their faith here. Each day, the muezzin climbs the steps to the minaret and makes the call to prayer. Byzantine architectural elements decorate the outside of the building, and the interior is just as beautiful. A large Turkish carpet, a gift from the Sultan Abdul Hamid, is the centerpiece of the mosque. The minaret, with a height of 47 meters, offers a spectacular view of the harbor and the historic town center. 3. Ovid Square. Constanta's old town has been recently restored, and Ovid Square can be found right at its center. Here, tourists can find the statue of Publius Ovidius Naso, the Roman poet who is well known for his works of classical mythology. He was exiled to ancient Tomis, hence the connection to the city today. The statue was designed by Ettore Ferrari, an Italian artist, in 1887. Decades later, an identical replica was created by Sulmona, which was the poet's hometown in Italy. On the statue, one can read a few lyrics written by the poet himself. Legend says that these were also engraved on his tomb, even though no one knows its location. Apart from this, the Old Town area is perfect for checking out various stores, small but charming bars and pubs, as well as all sorts of restaurants. 4. The
No, this is a port type city, and that reflects in the old architectural styles that are within it, which probably more than likely give credence to the different peoples that came in and out of there. Like back in the day, people would have home offices and places. They do it now, but the people that lived there, they had an influence on the architecture of the city and and other cultural aspects of it because they spent a long time there because the travel was so long anyway. You know what I mean? So they had an influence on the local population. They had an influence on the local culture, on the local cuisine and stuff like that. You understand what I mean? Which is kind of cool. Nowadays, it's just they take a plane and they're there and they're in and they're out. You know what I mean? They're not settling down and creating, unless of course, it's a much smaller country because in Grenada, where I'm from, at one point the Chinese were there a lot, and I think they still did to a certain extent. And then you start seeing buildings shaped like Chinese architecture on the island. There's a place called Granitang Lake where there was a hut there, and it was a typical little, built up hut and thing. But that got torn down, and what looks more like a Chinese sort of architectural hut was put there. So it's still happening. It's just not happening to major places, just small places. You understand what I'm saying? Thing. Let's keep going with that.
Archaeological Park. If you are curious to see what has remained of ancient Thomas, a visit to the Archaeological Park might be a good idea. Located in an area with lush greenery in the center of Constanta, it houses ancient vestiges. Near of the remaining towers, you can check out a map of Dobruja, which shows ancient cities of the area. Tourists can walk on its alleyways, discovering the history of the Thomas fortress. There are columns and amphorae, capitals, and tower fragments to be discovered and explored. There are columns and amorphae, capitals, and tower fragments to be discovered and explored. According to experts, these historical artifacts date from the Roman Byzantine period. You can still see a part of the Roman wall and 2 gateways. 5. The Roman edifice with mosaic. History enthusiasts will appreciate the real Roman mosaics housed here. You can explore the vast complex, which includes 3 levels. Even though only a third is being preserved today, it offers a valuable insight into the world of ancient Thomas. The main point of attraction is represented by the colorful mosaic, but one can also see various artifacts and vestiges. Back then, the city's commercial center was located here. There are remains of the Roman public baths exhibited as well. 6. The House with Lions. Walking around Constanta, you might want to add the House with Lions to your sightseeing list. Architecture lovers will appreciate the blend of architectural styles, as well as the 4 columns adorning the imposing lions.
There's a blend.
Built in the 19th century, the elegant building was once used for the meetings of the Masonic Lodge. Today, it is abandoned and cannot be visited, but its exterior offers plenty of shooting opportunities for photography enthusiasts or those looking to spice up their Instagram feed. 7. Genoese Lighthouse.
No, that would
Located
interest
on
me.
the waterfront, the historic monument was originally built around the 1300s in honor of the Genoese merchants who had established a flourishing sea trade with Constanta. It was rebuilt around 1860 at the order of the Danubius and Black Sea Company. The lighthouse has a height of 8 meters, and it was in use until 1910. Today, it can only be observed from the outside, being considered a main attraction. On its walls, you can observe a Genoese ship, coat of arms. 8. Romanian Navy Museum. The Romanian Navy Museum offers an interesting perspective on both the military and civil Navy life. Visitors can explore the museum's collection of ships and anchors, as well as the impressive display of knots, lighthouse bulbs, and Navy uniforms. The history of the Romanian Navy is unveiled in the Romanian Navy Museum, the biggest one of its kind in the country. From ancient sailing boats to the first Romanian modern ships, the museum's collections display the evolution of navigation vessels, including some impressive guns and tools used during the 2 world wars. If you are traveling with kids, they might enjoy the mock-up submarine. A tour of the museum is highly recommended, so you can see everything that it has to offer, including naval devices, torpedoes, and guns. There are also pieces from old ships and submarine models, ideal for anyone who is passionate about naval history. 9. Constanta Aquarium.
I'll be honest with you. I never really thought of like Romania having a navy. I never really did think about that. But now knowing about the Black Sea coastline, they would. Especially with all the different tribes and peoples coming in there. I was always assuming that it was mainly landlocked. They were coming across borders that were landlocked, but they could have come from, or they more than likely came from the sea too, coming from the Black Sea. Interesting. To me, at least.
Opened in 1958, the aquarium in Constanta houses over 100 species of fish and other sea creatures. There are exhibitions dedicated to marine wildlife, freshwater species, and exotic fish.
That looks like a
It
catfish.
is located on the waterfront, vis-a-vis from the casino, in the building that was once used as a restaurant. If you decide to visit it, be sure to check out the basin that holds a collection of impressive sturgeons. Additional attractions of the marine section include seahorses and sea stars. In the freshwater section, you can see many of the fish species found in the Danube Delta, including carp, pike, and perch. Among the exotic fish the aquarium hosts, there are piranhas,
You got
snadefish,
piranhas
and
there?
knifefish. 10. Museum of Senses.
Oh,
A rather new attraction of Constanta, the Museum of Senses is definitely something to add on your list. As described by the owners, it is a wonderland of head-scratching illusions, a place where your senses will be tested to the maximum. Clearly, a trip to this museum is something the whole family can enjoy, including children. The interactive exhibits will challenge your imagination, and you might even discover new things about yourself and your level of perception. From mirages to upside-down worlds, fun is guaranteed. Constanta is a worthwhile destination, especially for sun and sea lovers during the season. It offers a bit of everything: fun in the sun, a lively entertainment scene, and historical exploration. Double-decker buses offer a unique sightseeing experience during the summer.
That's
and popular
pretty.
Black Sea resorts are only a stone's throw away. That was all from us today, folks. For more...
now I know this video is kind of touristy, but I like some of the touristy stuff too, and I would want to go see them. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be like first on the list, but I still want to go see them. And this seems to have a bunch of historical buildings and stuff that I would definitely be interested in seeing and all of that. So, you know, touristy, but, you know, informative nonetheless, and take it, you know what I mean? I'm going to have to find another one that speaks about the actual city and town itself and watch that and see what I think of the city and town itself. But I'll leave a link in the description to this video so you could go check it out for yourself, you understand? And if you so feel inclined, hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button so you know when I'm putting out videos. And I've taken to these days putting out 2 different videos. One in the morning, for here in the morning. I think it's like 6 o'clock there in Romania. And then one at night. So usually I do Ireland at night or something like that. You know what I mean? At night for me here. But you know, because I like watching these things, and I want to learn about everybody as much as I can. And you know, we should all want to learn about each other. You understand what I'm saying? Thing. I'll also leave links around here somewhere that you could go watch. You know, more videos that I reacted to on Romania. You all take care of each other. All right? Cool runnings.